Okay. Hello, and welcome to the Black Mind Podcast. My name is Jeff. I am watching audio on two separate streams right now because
Yes, you are.
Because we have a special guest, Josh.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, it's Mewtwo.
We have the LOL god himself.
It's Mewtwo, the drug dealer. You know?
It's
Yeah.
Yep, it's Papa John.
It's me, Papa John. I just wanted to sit here and say how sorry I was for all the actions I've made recently.
Why is he? I didn't know Papa John sounded like Michael Jackson. Yeah,
Little
that's
bit did
true.
you know, little boy, that I was Michael Jackson. I never died.
I never die, never. Nope, never.
True Black Mind canon. In true Black Mind canon fashion, we are now going to propose that Michael Jackson is not dead, but in fact, but wearing Papa John's skin.
It makes total sense.
I mean, if you do a Google search and stuff like that, you will not see Papa John near Michael Jackson in any of the photos. It's weird. Anyways, I think this show is going to be a short show. I don't know for sure, but we have like a bunch of topics. Well, not really a bunch of topics.
Oh boy.
We have like maybe 6 topics this episode.
6.
Well, 2.
6.
2.
7.
27.
What?
Does anyone want to talk about something?
I don't know. Who's going? Actually, I was gonna say who's going to the Edmonton Expo, but I know someone in this room can't go.
I'm already there.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Oh no, it's okay. He's already
Noah's
there.
at
Cool.
the Edmonton Expo right now. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know when he starts publishing that music CD and stuff like that, that will probably be like not.
Once
It will
once
probably
he
be
starts making the
something
mad
where
cheddar.
we're like a hipster in like 3 days after it comes out. He's like,
I found this new artist. His name's Noah Boucher.
and I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, I play League of Legends with him, or oh yeah, I played PUBG with him.
Yeah, on the internet.
Kinda. Certainly feels like that.
So you're the guy who Noah disses all the time. Yeah.
I figured that could be a topic. We could talk about kamakazi and rap news that happened today. But
Oh boy, I have no background on this because I'm like, oh, someone died. I saw it on Reddit and it was like 2 posts of it and people cared about it and I was like, oh man, that sucks. And I go to look it up and I'm like, no idea who he is.
I honestly I think kamakazi's bigger news for me because that album's just good. It feels like somebody is like, it feels like Eminem's just like rebelling against like what everyone's telling him to do. And it's like, okay, I understand what you're doing. I don't have to like it, but.
But he was talking shit talking shit about everything.
I love what he says about Donald Trump. And
What is like he's just a giant man child, or
well, he literally sits there, takes the media to task, and then in the same sentence, like in the same like verse, he sits there and says like, "Yeah, Donald Trump heard my freestyle because he sent the Secret Service to my house."
Mhm.
And it's like, yes, I can't imagine why.
can't imagine.
Start closing your eyes.
Eh.
Yeah, like when you close your eyes, they're not there.
What is this weird state?
It's like you put the blanket over your. It's like when you put the blanket over your head and when you're in bed to stop the monsters. You know, that totally works.
Yeah.
Totally works.
Yeah, that's totally how that works, boy.
Totally.
Yeah, I listened to, I think, a couple of the songs. I got up to normal, and then normal was really good, and I was doing school shop.
Yeah.
I've listened to most of it, but like I haven't gone like. Yeah.
You know, since we're talking about rap, I I don't listen to very much of it because I feel, I don't know. It's not my appeal or it's not my cup of tea.
That's fine,
But if
Josh.
there's
As long as you don't sit there and you say rap is not music, then I have no issue against you.
No, I think country music is not music. I kid. That still has its own weird genre.
Country music's
But,
for old people. Let's be honest.
It's it's for people who don't have taste. Turbo hippies.
It's like folk. Folk is, yeah.
Yeah, like again, like if there's any rap I'm gonna be listening to, I want it to be weird and not just rap. So the two that I'm gonna mention are gonna be probably the people who are famous for being super weird, and one of them is hold on, let's see if I can find it. No, it's actually Deltron 3030, which I think you should know. Really? Like, I guess this is really old, but it's a really fucking good album because it's about going to a rap concert in the future 3030. It's so fucking neat, and it is actually good rap because the guy really knows what he's doing. Yeah. It's also famous for Get Funky for like early 90s music and shit like that. And also he's a backup singer for a lot of like Gorillaz rap sections that they have in their music too. Yeah, so it's like if you don't know Deltron, you're like, oh, you heard him before in other shit. He's that guy. Yeah, and there's another artist, another rapper. I'm trying to think of it. Bus Driver. I think it's Bus Driver. Let me look that up. I know I have it on my CD on my track listing somewhere. But do you think I remember? No. Yes, Bus Driver. No, I like Bus Driver, but because again, it's lyrics about weird shit. That it's like, hey, like Imaginary Places is about. I'm not sure what it's about. I think it's just him just rhyming and making good rhymes and talking about, hey, you want to buy real estate on the moon. Like that weird shit. Like it's just, it doesn't make sense. It's not about rapping about your shoes or dissing other guys. Just make something weird and it's fun. And it's like, I dig that. Thank you. Like that's what I want out of music. I don't want no dissing.
You don't like the new Eminem album? You don't like Dissin'?
No, not really. I'm not into it at all. I'm the higher class person who wants really good music. I want something like, yeah. I'm just like, no. I want like, what's the meaning of this? Oh, you're just dissing people. I'm not. No, I'm out. I'm out. Like, yeah. It's like.
I love how like Mac Miller, yeah, like the new Eminem album and stuff like that. What I heard, and
Out of nowhere, though.
yeah, he passed away today, didn't he?
Well, he realized he's too good, so he had to die.
What happened was he realized that Eminem just like laid the level of the land, and then he was like, I can't do this anymore.
He's like, I can't compete.
Yeah.
Like, how do I compete with Eminem?
You don't.
Well, shit.
Yeah, you don't.
Oh, I think there's one more rap artist I can scrape up because I've seen a weird rap video in the first place when I was jumping through YouTube hoops. I think I can find it because what was it? The band I was looking for it's called Evil 9. Evil 9, yeah, and they have this one song. It's basically Evil 9 has this logo of two dudes with giant eyebrows, look like it's anime style, and his featured song is Evil 9 Crooked featuring Azop, the Azop Rock. Is it ASAP? Is A? Because how do you pronounce this? Because every time I look at it, I'm like Aesop, Aesop. Because I was listening to this music video and I was like, oh, this is a fucking good music video. Then as more digging into it, I realized, oh, the featured artist is just way better than Evil 9. Just way better. So I was like, I'll look into that guy's work and I'm like, oh, he's... that's why. Because I'm like, man, this Evil 9 is just like it's not my shtick. And then I start realizing, oh, what's his featured artist? And I'm like, oh, he's pretty good. Like, I don't think he necessarily talks about, like, again, dissing people or anything like that. It's more of like depression, like just pure depression. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that's good. Like, in fact, I'm just skipping through his videos on YouTube, and I'm like, yeah, I sense the depression here because it's dark, him sitting in corners, and a lot of like axe murdering / like people wearing masks and they're not themselves. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that's depression.
That certainly seems like depression, boys and girls.
Yeah. I don't know.
Eh.
Do you want to not talk about depression?
I mean,
Yeah, who not want to talk about depressions?
depressions.
Oh, like, Jeff, why do you have just a topic that says Switch as a portable console?
Because I recently was playing with my Switch as a portable console.
Oh, so how did that go? Did anyone snatch it out of your hands yet?
No.
Did anyone was like, fucking take from me, motherfucker, and they just run?
No.
Like, not yet?
No.
No?
Right now, it's like... Right now, no, I haven't had any of that. I like that console a lot and stuff, and I think that it's a really good console. Yeah, it's... So we're talking about the Nintendo Switch, in case nobody knows. But, which everyone owns. Totally.
I thought he was talking about the SNES.
So... Yeah. But basically, yeah, I've been like, because I've been in school lately, I've just been doing like massive amount of like busing and stuff like that. So instead of like taking my 3DS, I've just been taking my Switch. And let me tell you, boys, that thing is everything I wanted in a gaming console and more. And it just feels so good. It just makes me feel happy. And I like it. Yeah.
Are you...
The worst spend money on that.
Women don't make me sad.
Not unless you... I mean, it could be boys. Spend money on boys. I mean, come on. Don't disintegrate here.
Disintegrate.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you want to be simultaneously just be destroyed by both genders.
I've been destroyed by both genders. It's not fun. No. Okay, so I got the collider working. No, I've been destroyed by both men and women, both of them white knighting. No.
I wish I was destroyed sexually both ways.
2 times.
2 time.
This is the reason why prostitution should be legal.
I mean, yeah.
Well, here's my opinion, and this is going to be Jeff's opinion. Don't take it as like podcast opinion and stuff like that.
Black mine. So,
Oh, you really do want to get us in trouble, don't you? Alright. I want to try bumping up your audio a bit.
yeah, so you can hear me smashing my keyboard.
Yeah.
Even more.
Yeah.
You know what? Could we talk a little bit how I'm actually good at LOL?
Except
Like,
when you play Bard, you just feed.
I
know you like him, but you just fucking feed.
Yeah. To be fair. Uh-oh, Jeff's in trouble.
I took him for a walk.
But yeah, when I, play Bard, it's kind of confusing because it's like I need to run around, collect those lanterns. I need to make sure I need to make sure kill people.
Kill.
Well, that's the funny thing. It's like last night I was figuring out how to play support, and it's like, no, wait, you're not just support. You're attack support. So it's like, yeah, you're supposed to be pseudo bodyguard, and it's like, oh.
I feel like we gotta get you playing like the tank ones so that you really get it. Like Alistair, Leona, Thresh.
Leona you might actually like.
Blitzkrieg.
Yeah.
Blitzkrieg.
Because there's a few times where, I get the concept of playing the MOBA and stuff like that, but it's just some of the ins and outs of the characters you're supposed to understand is a bit confusing to me.
There's a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And that also doesn't help that there's like the runes, the items,
So, to explain the runes before,
make it better.
To explain the rune before, yeah.
Mind you, before you earned money, or I don't know what it was called. It's called Blue Essence now, so I'm just going to call it that for the sake of simplicity. But you'd earn Blue Essence after every game, regardless of whether you won or not or leveled up, right? Now you only get it when you level up and disenchant fucking champion shard. So before, it was like you'd have just a steady income every game, regardless of what happened or what level you were,
Okay.
And then you'd go into the store, you'd buy champions, or you'd be like, "Hey, I need a new rune page." Buy a new rune page, and then you'd start buying runes. There'd be like red runes, yellow runes, blue runes, and quints, I think they were called. And you'd just fill up a page with those. There were lots of different choices and options.
Yeah.
I still don't understand it, but I miss it.
League of Legends.
Wasn't the old system just this branching tree of bullshit, and it goes everywhere?
Yeah.
Like, that's the only thing. Because that's the only thing I remember from that. Like, I remember playing a long time ago, and it was the only thing I remember from the runes was like, where do you start and where do you go? And it's like, everyone just shrugs and go, huh? Like, I don't know. Even developers are like,
They don't even know how they made it.
Exactly.
Spaghetti code.
Fucking God. Oh, fucking the dashboard that you start from in LOL loads up into another game. So it's like, what is this game? Why does it do that? Like, holy shit. Like, it's so weird. I never experienced a game where it shuts itself off and turns back on again.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
You know what? I kind of did. Have you tried jiggling the wire?
I'll jiggle your wire, baby.
Ooh! Yeah.
Man,
Fucking-
I'm basically just trolling in League. I keep picking Cassid in top lane. He's not a top lane champ, but I keep winning. I feel like I'm something where I'm just getting carried.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, did you find some sort of like in secret where he can top lane too?
Like, I mean, it's okay, but it's not optimal. Like, the laning phase is painful.
Laning phases
that's
are
another-
always painful.
That's another thing about LOL is
You
that
gotta make money. You gotta go to your lane. It's like your job.
Yeah, it's like your job. You have to go to that lane. But it's like no, but it's like
Factory
specific.
worker whose fucking sole purpose is to stop you from being able to do your job effectively.
I just came back and like literally you guys are talking about doing jobs and stuff like that, and all instantly I'm thinking of the scene from the South Park 200th episode where they accuse Tom Cruise of being a fudge packer while he's in a factory packing fudge.
Yeah, that's apparently they wanted to make an episode just calling out. He was just calling out him being gay because it's the writing's on the wall. He's totally gay, but it's like no, you can't do that because lawyers. And then lawyers, then they're like, well, what if we actually put him in a closet? And that's how they got that episode of him in a closet. And then then further into that like other episode, they made him to be a fudge packer, which he's legitimately a fudge packer in the show.
I'm not a fudge
Just
packer.
finding more and more creative ways, just calling him gay over and over.
Dude, it's not bad. I mean, you're in a factory packing fudge.
Is that Tom Cruise? Is that fudge packer Tom Cruise?
Hey guys, look, Tom Cruise is a fudge packer. I'm not a fudge packer. Dude, you're in a factory packing fudge.
Actually, I was gonna say, can we go back to LOL and can someone explain to me why a character is a very specific way? Like, explain like how in the fuck is a top lane different from bottom lane? If the fucking map is asymmetrical.
Because what they do
It's
is
the meta.
Yeah.
You're dumb.
But like, it still doesn't make any fucking sense. It's like, no, you pick your dude, you be good at your dude. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
It's just how the game's evolved. Like, they figured out the best way to win the game is this way.
Is it? No, but it's like,
and now nobody tries to change anything because if you don't play the meta, you get banned. Basically, like you look at the game.
But the thing, like, it doesn't make any sense because, like, making a person the bottom lane versus the top, it's like saying, I don't know, the person who aims like the person who's at baseball batting, like they go to like they shoot off to the right because they have a 50%, like 100% more chance of getting a home run than shooting to the left. It's like, no, that doesn't make any sense. He just hits the ball and hopes to God he gets a home run. Like, there's the small, tiny subset of a difference. Like, I don't see it. I don't see it anywhere. How that makes any difference, if at all.
I don't know. You could try playing things that don't go where they go, and you'll figure it out, I guess.
Like, yeah, it's just, oh man, it's so weird to me. It's like, no, this guy's very specifically top lane. Why is that? And it's like, because they figured it out that way. It's just like it's oh man.
5 roles in the game, 1 for each player. So it's like it's just evolved from being like specific, from being things like bruiser, tank, like things like generic and like that, and it's like I don't know, gotten real specific.
It's like, well, I guess for like another, I guess you could say it's like camera angle and why this character is good there.
Maybe because than bottom lane.
Yeah, like a good example is like that certain lanes may be longer, maybe because the camera because we're widescreen. Yeah, because the screens we were looking through is widescreen. Maybe you have a better chance going a widescreen shot than you do a tall screen shot or something. Like weird shit like that. Maybe it's because they figured out because your camera is limiting you in the way you look at the game.
I know people are saying though, like ever since it was like in what was it, beta, people are like, the game was so much fun and so different because it was just like you picked your fucking character, you went where you went, and you did the best you could. And then with time, they added ranked, and the player base just like changed and adapted to the ranked thing and just figured out like what heroes were good, what heroes weren't good. Like, oh, if we have someone always bodyguarding this kind of character, they can get money so that they can do so much damage that no one can deal with them. I don't know. It's like a lot of things that just slowly added up and culminated in the game we have today.
And like for me to crack this code of like why a certain character has to be that certain thing, like there's like supports.
They don't.
Yeah.
It's not like that set in stone. Like it's
Okay.
not like if you wanted to play tank on hit bard in the top lane, where you built like all the like attack speed items that made your like autos do different things, because like there's, man, I'm being so vague. I'm trying to explain this because you don't know all the items. But it's like there's items that when you that add like certain things to your auto attacks, right? So like there's one where it's like if you keep autoing the same person, it reduces their like magic resist.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have any kind of magic abilities, the more you attack them, the more damage they'll take from those.
Mm.
And it's like you could build Bard that way because he's got the like what are they? The meeple things that attack with you that enhance your autos already. So if you keep stacking items that enhance your autos, you end up hitting like a truck, right?
Ah.
But it's not normally how that character's played, and it's not necessarily like the optimal way to play him, right? It's just like if you get ahead in this game, you can do anything and win. There's just like optimal ways to go about it. And that's what people are all about, because at this point the game's almost like a sport, right? So it's like if there's defined roles, it's easier to watch. So they balance around the fact that there's like specific roles, right?
Right.
And it kind of just like almost forces the meta to be a certain way.
Okay.
It's like you've seen how it's even set up when you like queue up, right? It's like you pick what lane you want to go to.
Yeah.
And it's like that's your job. So it's like, yeah, you could pick someone squishy and go top, but then your team might get mad because there's no one tanky anywhere else in the lanes.
Mm-hmm. So I guess the answer of my question of like I don't get how these characters are specific to these lanes, and it's more of like, well, they're not that specific to the lane. It's just more of like how people just agree to, okay, this character should be in this lane, but you can do whatever the fuck you want with this character.
Yeah, it's just kind of like the community got toxic too, right? So it's like they figured out how best to play the game, so to speak. And now they're just like, you have to play this way or else.
Yeah, that's another thing. Is like I don't want to step on anyone's toes and try to play the best I can. And even then, it's still like, nope, you still piss someone off because they think you're still trash. And it's like, well, okay then.
There's like the keyboard warriors, like the people who are like real passionate about it, right? They wanna be pro, but like they're not good. So then they get mad because they look at their team, because like we'll say like they're bronze 5, right? That's the lowest rank.
Right.
So they're sitting down in bronze 5, angry that they're not challenger, because that's where like their idol and their favorite streamers all are. So then they like look at their games and they're like, well, when I do good, my team feeds. When I do bad, my team feeds. It's my team's fault. It's like, well, actually, you can solo carry games. Focus on what you can improve and you'll improve your rank. They don't want to do that shit.
Just like what you can do. You can play a 1v5 and win.
Yeah. I like to get mad.
Oh.
Jeff gave up on us.
I think he did.
I'm trying.
Be
Okay,
angry. I'm not here.
I am actually like doing work right now. Like I'm trying to actually do programming,
Oh boy.
and it's fucking
I was gonna
hard.
say,
It's
if
fucking
Jeff
hard.
wasn't here, we could just do slam dunks on him all day.
You guys are dicks.
Then in league, like that. What was it? Vi? That Vi did.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you mean the Riven? Yeah, yeah. Which, like, that game just angers me. Like, there are times where, like, yeah,
I
yeah,
know. Just fucking dies.
gives up on the world. I hate everything. It was not my wisest moment.
No, because even when that happened, everyone was just confused of like, wait, what's happened?
Can't get punished for Noah.
Yeah, it's like I thought Noah was gonna get the brunt of that. What happened?
Because I realized that, like, I like Noah a lot more than I like John. And plus, like I wish that, like, I randomly I now want to make a bot that literally I could just type in r sacrifice, and it goes picking random person to sacrifice from chat. Person X has been selected for sacrifice.
You're banned for one whole day.
You're banned for 20 seconds.
You're banned for 20 seconds. You'll be back soon.
Make a bot that literally does that. You know what? Hey, you know what? We could monetize it and give it to Reset Era.
Makes so much money. Oh, so much money. Get on it.
No.
See, last game I won. My team was flaming, or one of my teammates was flaming. He was like, GG, top lane didn't pick a bruiser. But it was like our mid lane was a bruiser. So I picked an AP carry.
So you saying flaming gay or flaming?
Flaming isn't homosexual, Josh.
Oh, okay. Okay, I get ya. Flaming homosexual and pissed off. and he's gay. And he's gay. angry homo. Angry homo, flaming, and chat. It's amazing how we get internet connection and a good laptop. I mean, getting a laptop is not hard.
Why would you get a laptop?
Because it'd be easy for a hobo to travel with that shit around. That's why.
Desktops are better. Get a desktop for school and build your case into a scooter so you can ride it there to your classes.
That's not a smart idea for multiple reasons.
Whatever. You're just jealous.
It's jelly because you can't just ride your computer to school.
You're just mad because you can't fly your plane. Although somebody did make a flying plane.
I mean, car plane.
Yeah.
That happened. Turns out, like, yeah, that. But it turns out all of the freaking cost expense of, like, how do you get that in the air? What do you do with the wings? How do you, like, where do you store this shit? And it's just like, yeah, that's not gonna work.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
I don't know. You want to talk about anything, Jeff?
Well, Kingdoms of Amalur might come back. We could also talk about hold on. We could talk about Noah's opinion on the AAA industry.
Suck.
So
It's a suck.
Suck.
It's a suck.
Sucked. Just sucks. Yeah.
Sucks.
Yeah.
It's a suck.
Charge you $80, and then it's not a complete game. Sucks.
I like his. I like so. There was one time where literally I convinced Noah to actually buy Destiny 2. Like a smart person. The first DLC comes out. Noah doesn't get all the stuff. Like, not the stuff from the DLC, but like literally they were removing stuff. Yeah, they took away all the stuff. So like we were like, oh, we're gonna do the Nightfall, and then we couldn't do the Nightfall. And he was so mad that he like literally uninstalled the game and asked for a refund.
Because I had played under 8 hours, and they were like, "Oh, you have to talk to Bungie because we just sell the game." And it's like, yeah, that's why I'm asking you for the refund, you fuck knuckles.
Yeah.
And they just like, they just didn't give me my money back, and I'm never buying a game.
You're never buying another Battle.net title?
No.
Good for you.
Like, not theirs.
Okay.
Like, if they're not going to support their customers, like, they sold me a shitty game. Like, I don't know. The way I see it, the game is advertised to have something. I bought the game, and it did have that. So, like, I paid for it, and I got it. I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm content.
Yeah.
And then they updated it and took away one of the things that I paid for and said, hey, if you want this back, give us another $20.
That's pretty much what they did. Do it.
So I went to their the Blizzard Battle.net customer service, and I wasn't rude or anything. I explained it. I was like, hey, I'm really upset. I spent my money on this. And then they went and took away something that was originally part of the package. This is like false advertising. I just want my money back. Like, remove it from my account. And they're like, you have to talk to Bungie.
It's like, then why do you have it on your service, motherfucker?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Yeah, it was.
The part that really fucking infuriates me is that if I had bought it on Xbox or PlayStation 4, I would have got the fucking refund.
Yeah.
Everyone on those platforms that requested a refund because of this very thing I'm talking about were issued a refund.
See, it gives you a reason in order to never buy another.
Like, never buy their product again. Like, unless it's like very positively reviewed. And even then, I don't even know, because Activision Blizzard just might be like, oh, we need more money.
And you also bought like Battlefront 2 and stuff like that.
Battlefront, yeah, that game wasn't bad, but it wasn't good either. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It was like, it felt like something that could have been amazing. Like, it was clear the team was passionate about it, but then, like, I don't know what, corporate? Like the boardroom, like the shareholders, that's it. They were just like, we need to monetize this like it's a free to play game. And then they fucked it up.
Yeah. And that's usually what happens.
If they want to do that stuff, it's like, that's great and fine. Like, look at League. Like, it's like one of the highest grossing video games right now.
It makes me want to play Dota too.
Like, they give you all of the game for free, other than like the characters and the skins. But you can earn all the characters, and then the skins are like the pay part. They're completely optional. They don't change anything. They don't. But it's like they're not charging you $80 up front to then be like, hey, $20 for these 4 characters, $20 for these 4.
Yeah, they don't do that. Doesn't. Yeah. And THQ purchased Kingdoms of Amalur, and that's good, I guess, because that's a company that EA basically shot in the face. And
just right in the face.
Yeah, it's good to see them come back, and yeah. And
Right in the face.
huh.
What?
Hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
The fuck, that really old error sound effect from, I think it's iMac.
Mhm. Well, you should be able to recreate that with your stupid keyboard.
Well, the funny thing is about this keyboard is that it's old and it can make some sounds, but there's not a lot of flexibility. Like there's no like pitch shifter, there's no all the kind of all the bells and whistles you want from like you want to create your own sound. So it's just a lot of pre-programmed stuff in the keyboard. So it's kind of just more of like a consumer model slash like you just want a keyboard because you're probably learning how to keyboard type of keyboard.
Mhm.
Like if it had like a more fancier keyboard, I think I would have to pay at least $1,000, at least.
Yeah.
But I mean, this keyboard I have now, this freaking
Yeah.
it's what's the model of it? See if I can get the model number off of it. It's a really old 80s keyboard. It's a Yamaha, and it's a PSS 170 voice bank. And so far, this keyboard is super cool, and like you can do a bunch of stuff with it. It even has some pre-made buttons and stuff like that, so you can I can sustain the sound. I can man, these words are weird. Vibrato, and portamento.
Mhm.
I've never heard that. I don't know.
Yeah, that one is yeah, like that one is yeah, like so like I can do a
Look up a Rolly Seaboard. ROLI and then SEABOARD. They're like fucking membrane keyboards that just do wild.
oh, that's super neat. Just like roll your fingers on it and do all the weird things you want.
It does like if you pick like a string instrument for the sound, it's like it can accurately like convey like the nuances of it, like string bending and like the sustain. It's like wild.
Every time I see these neat little instruments and stuff like that, I'm like, oh man, I kind of just want to buy it and fiddle with it, and then you realize, look at the price tag, and you're like, whoo!
The little one, the Rolly, it's like $300. That's not too much.
I guess it's not too bad. The only thing that sucks, I guess, if you want good tools, you have to pay through the nose.
Oh yeah.
I mean, both of the guitars that I only play one of my guitars, but I have 2 electric acoustic guitars. They were both $1,500, and that's not even like expensive for a guitar.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a lot more expensive than what like a lot of people have. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh, it's super cheap, but like, because like you can get a really nice solid acoustic guitar for like $100-$300, like.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like if you want like the best, it's like $10,000. It gets crazy.
Yeah.
Then it's like upright basses. Say goodbye to the down payment on your house.
Oh yeah, I would assume
Like
that
those
shit.
like start at like I think like I don't know, like if you're gonna be what's like professional level playing, it's like those like start at like $8,000, like, and that's just passable for like professional play.
Like holy
like
shit!
Usually they're dropping like $20,000, $30,000.
How can they afford that? Or is it
And
just
then it's like
so
you can
good?
look up like some like crazy, like I don't know if it's the way they used to make instruments, but it's like there's like violins from like the World War IV eras, like 1 and 2, and it's like they sell for like hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's like the people that like take violin in like university and shit. It's like they're spending like like.
And then there's that movie I remember seeing the trailer for.
And then all it takes is just like one dumbass that just like doesn't understand the value of a musical instrument to like pick it up wrong or set it down weird and like snap that musical instrument, and it'll never be the same again.
Yep.
It's like I let Anthony play my guitars all the time because he's my like equal partner in our like music stuff that we're doing. But it's like whenever someone else starts getting near my guitars, I just think I get this uneasy feeling.
And that makes sense.
Like, man, I trust you. But like if something happened, it's just like I know that I would be like, you have to pay for a new one. And I don't think most people can just like be like, okay, here's $1,000. Sorry. You know?
Yeah.
Like friendship destroyed.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Because it's like holy, like you said $1,000, right?
Yeah, like the girl I write music with sometimes, Ashley Fredette. I think her guitars are $3,000.
Dude.
And that was her graduation present.
Dude.
It's such a beautiful guitar.
Is it
like
a Gibson?
She says that I can play it whenever I want when I'm like at her house, but like fuck, I just don't even want to touch it. Because I'm just like, I can't pay to replace this if I happen to fuck it up. Oh, but they have it's a Taylor guitar.
Oh. Actually, you know, another cool music tool I would love to have is a Korg keyboard.
I think I've seen one. I think it's one of the pianists that comes to my shows with my voice teacher. I think he has a Korg keyboard.
Yeah.
I've seen one. I've touched one at a show somewhere.
They're like
kind of small, right?
Yeah, they're kind of small, and they have
there's like a little like scroll thing on like the left or right side that lets you go up or down like the octave, so to speak.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like
so basically it's like the pitch.
But
like
yeah, it's like you have the full keyboard while you're only playing the same.
Which, like, I look at those there's actually a DS game that came out forever ago that emulates a Korg keyboard, and you can actually make your own music and stuff like that on the Korg Korg music program, and it's super neat because it's actually like designed by the company to like, okay, we're gonna use the full capacity of the DS just so we can make music, and it's kind of really a neat tool. But another. Like ever since I started fiddling with that, I was like, oh, this is super cool. And I start, have this weird like affinity with like, oh, I just want to get a fucking weird over the top synthesizer keyboard, but Jesus, they're expensive. The only way I can ever get one is maybe a hand-me-down for like $100 somehow, but fuck.
Music like trading sites and shit. People sometimes just like musicians are weird. Like, we'll move somewhere and just like amass like a ridiculous collection of instruments. And then something will happen. It'll be like, oh, we have to move. But I can't take every instrument I have with me. So then they're like, I pick one keyboard, one guitar, like one of like the main instruments, and then I sell the rest. You can get some pretty fucking wild deals on used instruments if you like actively look.
So what's the Craigslist of music musical?
Because I'm such a stickler. I get attached to my instruments, and I'm just like, if I get one that already has like a story, so to speak, it's like I feel weird imposing my own on it. It's like someone else's. I need an instrument from the beginning.
I'm just looking at a website of like, what's the best synthesizer keyboard you can find, and Oh, I should probably goddamn it, Facebook. I want to just delete my Facebook page, but you drag me back in every time. Just
Man,
like the only,
honestly,
just like the only.
Don't even use it. Like I have Facebook. I'm on it right now, scrolling my news. I'm just looking at ads. I don't even know what the fuck. But it's like I don't post unless it's like about my music, and even then, it's like that's few and far between. I don't really look at it. It's just there for if I need it, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
And
exactly.
it's ridiculous. So many people just stare at it. It's like I posted like my CD, like a picture of me with my CD, and it's like I don't post stuff ever. It's like when I have posted things before, they've gotten like at most, I want to say like 13, 20 likes, like somewhere in that range. And that'd be like incredibly popular post. And it's like this one hit like over 70 people now. It's like, that's fucking crazy.
Wow.
I didn't even know I had that many.
Unless it's just get from chain to chain of different people that it just keeps going down the list of like favorite from this person, it goes to this other random person. Yeah.
Like all these people are liking it. So I'm like, hey, it does have a use. But I think some people just get caught up in it and make it like too important.
Well, that's like a ton of problems with like the internet in general, like, don't you think? People put a lot of more emphasis on like that kind of stuff where it's like, okay, like they focus more on an echo chamber and something like that instead of actually focusing on what matters and stuff like that.
On the internet, it's easy to find people that think like you or whatever. So
Right.
You don't
Right.
have to challenge yourself.
Right.
Or believe
think-
that you're wrong.
I think the only thing I ever use Facebook for is just, where's the next Magic the Gathering card event gonna happen? Oh, this spot? Okay, I know where to go. That's about it.
Yeah. Anyways, I think that's a podcast because we've been recording for about 52 minutes. Yeah, so thank you everyone for listening to the Black Mind podcast. Hope everyone enjoyed the show and hope everyone has a good night. Thank you, Mewtwo, for joining. Hopefully we...
No, I'm going to cut everyone off right now.
Thanks, Josh. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining, and I will hopefully not... This won't be a bitch to edit. Probably will be, but yeah. Have a good night, guys.
Good night.
Thank you for the last minute and stuff like that. I've been trying to I'm trying to actually start planning a little bit better. But like all my plans failed. Yeah. You can go back to the other server now. Yeah, I just feel bad. Anyways. I think I got this stupid thing working finally. Hooray.